Heck, we didn't. So if you were to actually take down one Masha, it will take about 3 members at the very least.
Yeah, wild power just gives that so much more mobility, and as long as you push the Masha away from resources, that is as equivalent to killing her because she will be ineffective. And again, they do find the hideout. The Deadly Solana does come out, and look at Zhao Piao, the guy that says creating a lot of space. He gets kicked back, way of the dragon. Lucky though, not able to convert that into anything, and he ends up losing his life. And Evos actually, they'll claim another one, and they might be able to set up for Lord.
That was definitely a perfect macro play because you talk about the setup here. They're going to create one more before going in for the Lord. Meteor shower from the Bambi to secure a kill. Flicker being popped from the side of Soul as well. Now we see all 4 members on the top side. They want to secure that tower, and perhaps they might just be able to break it open before even Lord spawns up.
Yeah, VFM falling apart, and this is not the same VFM that we saw this morning, that we saw in the previous 2 series. In this deciding game, as fatigued as both teams are, it seems like Evos SG
face
are the more
check.
composed one, and Lucky goes for another face check. Not able to be killed off just yet, but seems like she's playing with fire at this point, and Ace and Zhao Pia would just push him back. Now back up instead, the potato is there, and he will finish the job.
Well, it took them long enough to actually back him up, but look at T-Max getting stuck in between as well with the right battle. Tiny! Oh my goodness, he's still surviving. And then now here comes the flicker as well, bringing down T-Max, and oh my goodness me, Evos Esports have taken down 4 members, and now it's only down to Broly. Let's have a little bit of recap, brought to you by Mlbb.
And just look at, oh dear Bambi, meteor shower on point on all the necessary cores, and by the time the Masha got the kill, but Chang'e was the one melting through VFM, and Evos actually 10 minutes in, they're knocking on the doors of VFM.
Oh my, look at how hungry these Tigers are. The Tigers from Singapore might just be able to secure game point number 1 heading in towards this series.
What an amazing performance from Evos SG.
That we're seeing here, and VFM, the Yorga armor, righteous pathway has been opened up from the side of Evos SG as well. They're just trying to clear as much as they can. All these minutes are slowly marching in from the top as well as the bottom. But look at the catch over on the side of Tiny. He is playing pretty well, and now that he's got immortality, he can do as he please.
Yep. What's better than 1 life, 2 lives for an X-Brock that is virtually unkillable at this point, and he's just gonna continue doing this and allow the rest of his team to get the structure. Last Society right on top of Soul, and that's a mega kill for this X-Brock. They're gonna try to kill him off 1 time, and they will, but he does have a second life, and Lucky's gonna jump in, not able to find that Hurricane Dash just yet. VFM is gonna be the second attempt on that crystal as Evos SG desperately try to hold on, but it cannot die out. We use the glorious pathway. He does get the regeneration. He somehow survives that, so Evos SG holds on, but Tiny with the last Society not able to get the kill. Carry the potato on the killing spree right now. Evos SG is still holding on to that base, and they will survive for a bit longer.
T-Max getting caught out by that sort of a blast coming from the side of Oh Dear Bambi. But look at Broly though, already soloing this Lord, and there's nothing that Evo Singapore can even do to even get anywhere close because they're way too busy defending for their lives. They could not afford to slip up, but VFM is looking way too strong. But look at T-Max getting caught out.
What a flicker from Zhao PL to get that pick off onto T-Max, so it does give Evos actually a bit more breathing room. Broly, again, trying to go for the inhibitor, not able to find it just yet. Manjun and Wolf in the previous broadcast did call Evo Singapore the Great Wall of Singapore, but VFM just slowly chipping away at those bricks.
You can see the meteor shower definitely is chipping those bricks away, like you said, and look at them go. They're just running around inside of the base, but they still have 2 more towers to go. But it's really brittle, as we can see. It's only down to about 20% left, and with the Lord marching in towards the mid lane, it will prove to be a little bit tougher here. Lucky already using the Hurricane Dash to almost being popped here, as we see the meteor shower as well. Now they're trying to chunk out the Lord, and they're already in the forefront here, committing towards its fight. Is this the fight for their lives? And all 4 members are still left intact, only 1 leaving behind. But Tiny here is going to chunk out Soul. Soul's still alive after that flicker, but Broly will make sure that they will stay dead. And look at it, come from Tiny as well. This might just be the game, and it will be VFM fighting all the way back. Oh my goodness me! It will be a maniac for the Esmeralda as we see VFM trying to bring this in towards game 3.
And like I said, VFM, they have woken up from their
still won. But well, as we see Soul running for his life, and Potato still getting some of all these items out as well. Now, 9 minutes into the game, but Evos SG now on the back foot here, and they desperately need this one win to actually get at least a tie into their hands. But if they do win VEC Fantasy right here, which means that up to head-to-head, they will still be above VEC. So it's really down to the wire, do or die moment for the members of Evos. But same go VFM here, getting that huge confidence of that previous game, and now we're seeing a 1v1 on the bottom.
The disarm does come up from Soul, but Tay just does not care. It's gonna eat him for breakfast. Solo kill, and meanwhile Zhao PL has to run away, but they will find him with the final shot from Broly. 2 down for Evos SG. The wall builder has been taken out of the picture for a good amount of time, and now the meteor shower is going to be a celebratory ultimate for now.
Well, now things are looking pretty bleak, but there's still members alive. It's all up to the Valor, Esmeralda, as well as Kimmy to hold the fortress right here. And Mlbb bot there from the side of Thomas as well. And now they're committing to actually go in for the pull. And Tiny already having a little bit of minutes. They're going to end this game. Oh my goodness, they're turning things around.
The defense is coming in from Evos SG. They're going to play from behind, but VFM, all this is red. It's Vietnam written all over the scoreboard, and they will survive. The wall has fallen, and VFM, they lock in their spot.
They managed to clutch things off, and decisively, VFM takes the series 2-1. But it was definitely a long, hard-fought match for the side of Evos SG, as this will be the defeat that will seal their fate. And unfortunately for them, they will not make it past in terms of calculation. But we still have a little bit more to see who will possibly get the first seed for Group A, because we still have another matchup coming up much later on between Impunity, KH, as well as RRQ. But wow, what a match this was. Initially, we saw Evos getting that lead, and slowly, with a couple of mistakes, and then VFM punished them for it, and now we're seeing Hyde as the MVP of this matchup.
They just got all the picks that they need, and they capitalized on that advantage. Evos SG, I wouldn't say